Hey, what's up, guys? Let's do some music things, shall we? My name's Andy. Welcome into the studio. Today we're talking about this awesome thing in front of me. This is the Workstation from Slate. Like, this is my desk. Holy cow. So, like, I'm gonna show you how the build went. I just finished building this thing and putting everything all together. I couldn't be happier. It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, look at it. Just look at it. This is absolutely the coolest thing that's ever been in my studio, for sure. Now, what I think, it's a good thing to break down, kind of why. Why did I get this? I've got this nice new room. We just changed houses and therefore changing studios. And it's like, you got to decide what you're going to do in your studio. So I had enough room. This room's of decent size. So it was time for me to do the desk thing, get a really nice desk. And so if you've been around my channel at all over the years, I love Ravens. This Raven, this is from Steven Slate Audio. And this is what allows me to, use both hands on a mixer. That's a real mixer there. And edit, I never have to touch the mouse. That's the beautiful thing. That's what brought me to Raven in the first place. Music is not a thing where you grab a mouse and you just turn into this statue holding your mouse while your mouse is making all your music. That's stupid. Music is physical. Music uses your whole body, and there's no reason, if you can, why you shouldn't make music that way. And so I choose to do that. Now, I've been with a single Raven for a really long time, and then it came time to do a desk. And so I was never really interested in the dual Raven thing. One is a lot, one's plenty. I really love having one. Having two, now that I've had it for a couple days, this is super nice. This is some serious convenience that my mixer's always open. It's for live streaming performance stuff. It's super, super nice. Everything is right there. When you're doing something live, you don't want to fiddle around and flip a window to get to a thing. Having everything there, in addition to your physical control, it's insane. It's insane. You have everything right in front of you literally at your fingertips, right? So my choices were, and I pulled up the old Sweetwater so I could have a little look here. Now, my first default is going to be price. It's going to be how much money, is this thing going to cost me? And then it's form, so you got to strike this perfect balance between getting a thing that fits your needs and not, ruining your finances. So I've always just built my own furniture. I've always had, kind of my own style with the setups, and nothing ever was right. I couldn't make any, so I just built it myself. Now, I didn't want to do that in this space. This space is nicer. It's a lot brighter. It's in the house too. So, people will see it and come through. So I wanted it to be something that, we could be proud of as homeowners. Yeah, it's a nice room in our house or whatever. And it absolutely has brought that wow factor to this room. I mean, it looks so good and so cool. Nobody sees this thing and is like, oh yeah, you got a desk. So anyways, I needed, a lot. I wanted to have, I'm kind of used to having my stuff piecemeal. I don't have a lot of rack gear, I'm mostly in the box, but the few things I do have are just not anywhere near me, and it's just a mess. It was it'd be nice to have it all together, pro style, So the first place I was looking was Buso Audio. And so this was really the Producer XL from Buso. Was really the first one that caught my eye good, I don't think you can see it. I'll put a little shot on the screen for you. It was the first one that caught my eye good because it has all the things. It's low key with the racks. I can get a musical keyboard in front of me. In this case, it's on a tray. And monitors. It's all the right stuff. It's the right thing, except for the price. To actually get it here, we're looking at $3,000, like $2,200 plus shipping from Europe, and their minimum is like $700 or something. So, yeah, a little bit costly. So. You go to Sweetwater, you might want to check out what's Argosy up to. Well, you can get an Argosy desk, a Halo, for $3,000 again. And it doesn't at all do what I needed to. I don't know what that thing is, right? You got the RAB, the $1,500 for a desk. Like that's a pretty good deal, but it doesn't really at all look or it's stupid. Like that's not what I want either. And oh look, there's a Workstation right in the thing. I didn't see that coming. So a Workstation, which is this center part in front of me here, that the two screens are in, $1,500 for this desk. The screens are separate. You got to buy your own Ravens to put in the Workstation, but boom, I mean, you already got Ravens if you're a Raven person like me, or at least one. So the screen itself is 13. The Workstation's 15. You're already, if I just do that, I'm already doing better than any of the other situations that I had. So that's when it became clear, like, okay, we're doing Workstation around here. Now, I do happen to do, I work for Slate sometimes. I do a little video stuff for them. In regards specifically to Raven's our thing. And so when it came time to do this, I talked to Slate and was like, hey, I think I'm gonna get a Workstation. I don't know about sizes and all this kind of different stuff. They were super helpful, told me everything I needed to know to make this happen and help me pull this off. Big props to Steven Slate Audio, like as always. And Steven, super nice guy, great people to work with. So next thing you know, here we are. I've got the Workstation. Building it was like not a big deal at all. It was so easy. So like I said, we just moved right into this house a couple weeks ago. And naturally, I've been building things. Like I've been building so many little bits of furnitures and shelves and beds, like all kinds of stuff. All of it, from a large company that delivers our stuff that we all don't really want to use, but there's no other options. And so I'm putting together all this furniture, and it's a lot of it's kind of junky, kind of janky. The instructions are horrible. If there are any pieces, like you put two pieces together and they aren't straight with each other or perpendicular, whatever the case may be, it's just like not that good, like the quality's not that high. It seems like things have been getting a little crappier over the years. And so after all of that, I get to my studio and get into all this stuff. And so we get the Raven, the Workstation, and what these are sidecars is on the side is what they're called, which is a 9-space rack on each side, basically. So that, that gets my whole need, everything I need, boom, right here in front of me. And I already know it's gonna look amazing, which it does. And so that's, the choice wasn't too hard. And so it came in on, this gear is so big, it got here by train. And then the trucking company called and they were like, yo, Harp, we can't get our truck into your neighborhood. And because we live in a hilly neighborhood with windy streets. And I was like, yeah, you probably can't get your truck into our neighborhood. So as you can see in these little clips I'm running, I went and I just disassembled it. It was on a pallet. I disassembled it at the shipping place and loaded my truck up. It took every bit of my truck to get this thing here. And then it was here. And it's time to start building, this awesome, magnificent Workstation. And I gotta say, as much as something like this could be a joy, it was a joy to put this thing together. We're still bouncing. It was a joy to put this thing together. Like, oh my God. It was just, after all of the junk furniture I built, this is high quality stuff. The instructions are fantastic, right? The packaging, everything was just absolutely bonkers. Like, I'm always blown away by like the quality of anything Slate does. But again, it's just one more example. Everything that comes out of Slate is like top notch. It's the upper echelon of anything, whether it's a piece of furniture or whether it's my VSX headphones back there that model rooms and things, or it's just everything. Everything they do is top shelf, and this was no exception. And so I got it put together, in an afternoon and set up, and just like that, we're off into the races. So in use, like what's this actually like in use? Well, I'm kind of floored by that as well. In use, it's absolutely really nice. It's like I was saying before, if I'm doing like live stuff, I've got everything right here, right in front of me at my fingertips. I'm scooted far away. It's a good reach to everything. Like, we're a good distance from everything. Now, obviously my microphone scene is about to get fixed. I think it's in the mail, coming over the weekend or something, but I typically use a boom thing, and pull the boom down. And so I didn't have any way to get that going with my gear, so I had to get that. But the work still has to get done. We have things to do, so mic's on a stand. Deal with it. Now, in use, excuse me, like I said, it makes everything so much better. I love using Ravens because I don't like to use the mouse ever. If we could just burn this, that'd be fantastic, but we can't. We gotta use it sometimes. But my video editing work that I do, like all the stuff is just super great. Now I have this nice desk. I've never had a desk, and this got this super nice little soft, not too soft, just soft enough, like perfect, of course, little bump rail, like on the edge of all these desks. I have what are you doing, Andy? You just like stuttering over words? Is that what you're doing? That's what I'm doing. So what I was trying to say there was I gotta have a musical keyboard too, and that was a big part of this whole equation. Was how am I gonna have my keyboard in front of me? Will it go under? Like on a pull-out tray? And it could. It may still. I may still do that. But as it is right now, I have a Keylab Essential 61. And as you see in these shots here, it sits perfectly right here. It doesn't even get in the way of the Ravens. It's super nice. I kind of like, which is totally not my style usually, to have a thing that I would have to put in and out of my rig. But I mean, think about it, it's not much different than the guitar over there. I have to go and pick up the guitar and bring it into my space. So the keyboard or the controller, same thing, whatever. Pick it up, put it in my space, plug it in. Same thing, yeah, it's totally the same. I'm just like making connections in my head live. So I love it. It works great. It's super easy to play. So that was not a thing. And at the end of it, this solution, it's absolutely the best solution I could have come up with, that I could have put in here. It's much better than any desk scenario that I would have come up with, for sure, by a long shot. It looks way better. The wow factor's off. It's bonkers with this. It's off the charts. And so, yeah, best decision ever? Maybe so. Getting a Raven core station. So that, it's just a quick look at the setup and my initial experience with the core station. It's awesome. I can't say enough about it, so I probably should just stop. Let's make some music. What do you think? Get after it, y'all. Cheers.